Yeah, by the end of the season we were thin on the ground with injuries as it was, and in the close season we said we'd see where things were, take stock of things. But as is natural with talented group, you're going to lose people. You're going to lose people, and during the close season, Kiva Keenan went to Glasgow City. It was a great move for her when she contacted me and said she had the opportunity. I said, you know, take it with both hands, go and do your full-time football. And Kiva's excellent, going to do very well for herself. Jamie Finn and Dermot Byrne both picked up good scholarships, gone on to great things. Another two international players that moved on. Megan Lynch, another international player, moved on to Peamount there. You know, we found ourselves losing some good calibre players, and you know, going back even during the season, we lost, you know, Katie McCabe, massive player. You know, for Shelbourne to lose at a point, so we found ourselves getting a little bit thin, and you know, to be losing talent like that, some people were getting worried. I have to be honest, myself included. At some point, you were thinking that the squad was depleting and it was proper talent you were losing at the time. You know, so onto our youth system at that point then to kind of see is the proof in. What this model was, what Casey believed in, what I believed in. You know, did we have the players to bring through? And we found we did. We in our summer we brought in one player from outside. Shauna Cook had come back into football. Shauna is very experienced, both in the UK with Arsenal and with Raheny and UCD. She's got a number of senior caps and she's played all the way through the youth system. So very good experience ahead to bring in. And then we complemented that by signing up more of our youth players, you know, Lynn Craven, Chloe McNamee, you know, Kate Mooney coming in, all to add into what we had. So it started to work all right. I think the senior players maybe felt we needed some marquee signings, let's say. And I have to be honest, I looked, and I'd been up and down the country, and for one or two players it nearly happened, and in the end it didn't, but I think we got sorted out by the time the transfer window actually closed in the end.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it only closed there quite recently, so I mean, obviously we brought Shauna in, or Shauna returned as such at the start of the summer, well, pre-season. But then talk us through, say, the closing the transfer window there only a couple of weeks ago when you mentioned marquee signings. I think we might have unearthed a gem in a certain player. Yeah,
well, when we didn't make the big signings in the summer before the league kicked off, like I said, the dressing room kind of felt they needed those big signings. I tried to reassure them at the time that the youth that we just brought in were very, very good. Sinead O'Farrelly had, you know, been signed back with us. You know, she was a very good player with Raheny Champions League experience, and also, you know, throwing her in the mix with the 17-year-olds we were signing. I was very confident we were signing. You know, Chloe McNamee, excellent left foot, can play the left side of the field. With Lynn that can play in the middle or on the right. You know, so I felt that the players we were signing were good. Kate Mooney gives you the centre back, she gives you up front, she gives you midfield if you want. You know, if we ask Kate, she can play a goal. She's very, very good. These are all international players, so you know, I felt confident. But you know, as the seniors in the group more than anything, there was some signings happening in the other clubs that they felt it wasn't happening here. So I think we said we'd bed in. We played the first couple of weeks. We got a couple of mixed results. You know, we remained unbeaten, but we dropped points at UCD. We dropped points in Talca Park against Galway. Deservedly on the night, Galway were very good. And likewise at UCD, they deserved what they got from the games. But we took that time to kind of reevaluate, see what else we need, and we went heavy, and we decided to work hard to see what we could bring in. Grace Murray and Aoife were two good signings to come in from Newry. Their season was finishing up, and we snapped them when we got the chance. As another left-sided player with quality international experience, and Aoife, you know, a midfielder again with international experience with Northern Ireland, and girls are back in Champions League, so they were good signings for us. We re-signed Sarah Rowe. We were delighted to get her. Sarah went off and played her GAA, where she's a top player. She's you know, everyone knows Sarah. She's an athlete, and she looks after herself. So for us to get her back was excellent. She came in and she got training, but she was never away. She's very popular with the squad. And then it seems we've unearthed the gem as well in Gloria Douglas. You know, we made contact with Gloria, and we managed to pull it off. The transfer window, she came in, she's looking for football, and it's a striker that we were blessed to get at the time, because we were fortunate that our main striker, Rebecca Craig, picked up a broken foot. So timing was good for us, and it all came together for just on the last day with the transfer window. So
brings us up to the point of the season where we are now. as it stands, we're top of the table, and we've recently booked ourselves back into the Afiva against Wexford. So kind of, yeah, like I said, obviously you looked at how last season went, but how would you sum up so how this season has gone so far, and what we'll be doing in the next couple of weeks and indeed months?
The season has gone very well, I think, so far, because, as I said, we started off, the players themselves maybe felt we needed some signings and it was going to be a bit rocky. When I spoke to the committee and I spoke to Gordon at the time, we said we would have to gel again. We would nearly have to use this short season to bring more of the youth through from Shelbourne, which we were signing up, and probably use this season to get ourselves right for the big season. So when I find ourselves in the position we are, still unbeaten, and got ourselves into the cup final, we've had some tough cup draws, and we've gone to, Wexford, and we'll remain unbeaten as well. So, more than happy where we are. I would have taken this with two hands if I was given this at the start of the season. So, very happy with that. I mentioned at the end of the transfer window where we were with players, but what's happened was off the field even more important, I feel, because we brought in two excellent coaches. Because I mentioned Owen here, but we lost Owen. Owen went on to the men's side of the club, which we were delighted for. Owen to happen, he's doing very well there, and it's great to see come full circle. So we were back to where I felt we were with Casey, where it was myself and it was Gordon again. So Gordon needed help on the training ground. I felt myself doing a lot of the managing in the teams. Gordon was doing very well on the training ground, but was on his own pretty much. The two lads would do a lot of the fitness work, Dave and Keith, and are brilliant. But a lot of the coaching was down to Gordon, because the lads are excellent at making sure the players are in good condition, remain injury free, which is important. We haven't picked up injuries that are from impacts like what happened to Rachel and to Rebecca, or from impacts in the game. And that's down to Keith Hennessy and Dave O'Brien. They're absolutely brilliant what they do, they give a lot of the time. But after that, Gordon was on his own. So we spoke to a lot of people looking for another good coach to come in. It had to be the kind of right calibre person and someone that was actually suitable. So we picked up Sean Marr. Very lucky to get him, to find him, first of all, willing to come in and give his time, and that he was available, which was amazing for me. So from the first time I met Sean, I knew he was the one. He was the one for us to come in. Liked him straight away, exactly what his philosophy was. He knew what way he wanted to play, and he's a big believer in youth, which was important to us. And I think he's very strong with the girls, and the girls respect him from day one, which is excellent. His training has brought us to another level, giving us good shape, and he's fixing things every game, which is important. I can see us developing. On top of that, another gem, Paul Whelan, has come in and picked up our goalkeeping, and he's going to work with Amanda and Leavy at work, and even Rachel from our youth academy is working with at the moment. And excellent again to get Paul very experienced, not just with the goalkeepers but with the team itself. So I'm absolutely delighted at the coaching element. Gordon Ewing, excellent, brilliant on and off the pitch. Sean and Paul to come in with him, so I find on and off the pitch now things have come together. So I'm happy with the way things are gelling this season. So like I said, I'd have taken this with both hands. Yeah.